I've written myself a bit of a list here so I don't forget them. So if you're going to run a meeting or you're going to run a webinar and you're going to open it up to the public, so not your clients or people that you already have a relationship with and like and trust. I'm talking about, next week I'm doing a webinar on Tuesday night for the federal government for the ASPAS program, Australian Small Business Advisory Service. That gets opened up to a bunch of people that, I've not met before. So, that kind of thing. If you're doing those kinds of workshops, webinars, online meetings and things where you're going to potentially get participants that you don't know, here's some kind of key things that I'm going to recommend that you look at doing. The first one is to make sure that you set up a new login for each meeting. So you'll notice when we went through our back end of our settings and check out the daily digital tip from the other day, when we went through the back end of our settings, you've got the option to utilize your meeting room or set up a new login for each time. Make sure you're using a new login each time. Consider using a password. That's just going to give you another little bit of layer of security. People are going to have to enter a password to get into and access the room. Consider ticking the box that says only allowed signed-in users to join. Now, what that means for your clients or people joining your Zoom room is they are actually going to have to sign up for Zoom. And then it allows you to see. So if I join a meeting, for example, it will say, Tracy S in the meeting. So it lets people know who's in there and they have to sign in to actually get access to the room. Anyone who's unwanted or starts doing something that is, not cool, remove them, boot them out of the room and then make sure that they can't rejoin. So you can block, there's a little box that you can tick in the settings. It says block anyone from returning that has been removed. Switch off the file transfer and the annotation. So file transfer is, when you're chatting in the chat box there, I've got a hair that's annoying me. Oh, sorry about that. When you're chatting to people and, quite often with mates, I'll say, look, I'll just drop that image or that text document or that link in the file box, in the chat box. So don't be sharing files if it's a public domain. That will be how, malicious software will get onto your computer. So consider switching the file transfer off. Also the annotation if you're using the webinar and the whiteboard and things. Prevent screen sharing if it's a public thing. Just keep the screen sharing to yourself. At a waiting room, that's a really big one. You don't want people getting in and starting the meeting or, chatting to people before you get into the room. Disable private chat. So I mentioned that one the other day. Don't, if you've got 40 people on the call, you don't want John and Mary having a chat to each other behind the scenes. Lock your meeting down, another really important one. Consider muting everyone. That's really good practice for a webinar anyway. Just mute everybody on entry. People that are unfamiliar with Zoom can often, be yelling at the kids or drinking a coffee or eating something or like Siri will try and talk to you. You don't want that going on in the background while you're trying to run a meeting. And the last one is consider switching off video. That'll help with your bandwidth, but it will also, you're switching off the video, the participant, sorry, that will also prevent anyone that may Zoom bomb you from being able to show any graphic or illicit content. So much longer than normal today. Sorry, guys, a little over 5 minutes, but really important to kind of understand Zoom is not, just be sensible, understand the settings, set your security up, just spend a bit of time and get to understand Zoom and it'll keep doing what you need it to do. So any questions on Zoom, drop it in the thing. I've got a clip that I found from Zoom that I'm going to put in the chat comments. But be well, stay safe. I'm going to move to pre-recorded videos from Monday. I'm just finding I need to be getting some stuff done. So videos will still go live 11:30 Monday, 11:30 weekdays, Monday to Friday. I'm just going to do them pre-recorded. So any questions, anything I can help with, drop it in the chat box. Hit me up. Happy to help. Have a good weekend. See ya.